That's right, New Mexico. Welcome back to the Youth Sports Report. Kimbri Temple, Khalil Ekulona. We're going to take you out of bounds while we talk about some great things that are happening here in the world of sports. Most notably, this weekend, starting today, big-time golf tournament. The Masters tournament is taking place in Augusta, Georgia.
The Masters. I used to live just right outside of Augusta, Georgia, and man, Masters season was something you should never miss. The level of excitement of golf fans kind of blows my mind for it being such a calm and peaceful game.
Now, it is a calm and peaceful game. Got a question. Did people dress in their Sunday best when they went to like 7-Eleven and stuff?
Everywhere you went, Sunday best, mint juleps, and drunk golf fans.
Okay, that's how it goes down at the Masters. Let's take a look at some of the guys who are predicted to contend for the title this year. We've starting off with Mr. Jason Day, ladies and gentlemen. He's the winner of the last two major tournaments. He won the Arnold Palmer Invitational, and I love Arnold Palmers when I drink them. They're quite refreshing. So his game is really cool and clean. And he also won the WGC Dell Match Play Championship. This guy is on a serious roll, and the rest of these golfers we're about to mention are really just trying to catch up to his momentum, most notably Mr. Rory McIlroy. I know he's a heartthrob to you and your friends.
Oh, yeah. My mom pulled me aside a couple years ago with a copy of Sports Illustrated. Rory McIlroy was on the cover, and she said, Kimbri, if you do anything in your life, marry Rory McIlroy. It's yet to happen, but we'll see. Maybe one day.
Maybe one day indeed. Moms, they're always right. Next up, Mr. Jordan Spieth, last year's Masters champion. Look, last year's #1 world-rated golfer. I think he still is to this day, or Jason Day may have taken over the top since he won. But this young man was on fire last year, took the PGA by storm, yet this year he's kind of cold. He's suffering. Does he think it's a little bit of a hangover from the fantastic year he had last season?
I'm sure it has to be something like that. I think anybody who hits such great heights so quickly in their career and so steadily, making fans all over the place so proud, it's got to be difficult to come back from that year after year and continue to be that big main name that people are looking forward to watching.
That's true. Last week there was a report that Spieth was suffering from fatigue from committing himself to so many events, since his demand is even higher than it was before. Bubba Watson is the next young man on this list trying to really come through. Bubba's won a green jacket before a few years ago, and he's really trying to come and step his game up. He's always a contender. Mr. Adam Scott. No, not Parks and Recreation Adam Scott, not the Smirnoff ads Adam Scott, but the golfer Adam Scott, really trying to catch fire. Has been playing well, really cannot seem to pull it together in the final round. He's always on the leaderboard pretty high, but he falls to the middle pack of the top 10. I think he really wants to pull it off and wear that coveted green jacket this season.
Sure, I couldn't blame him, but I think playing with so much talent around you, with so many big names, it's got to be difficult to keep up with that, especially when high demand is right there at your front door.
That's right, and golf is the mental game, but it's also the fashionable game. And the next young man, his name is Rickie Fowler, and you know him. Rickie comes through with the outfits, guys. Rickie has it put together. He's going to look good on the course while he's playing, and his game is going to look even better. He is my dark horse to win the green jacket, but will he make it an orange jacket looking at his style?
I don't know. It's got to be neon colors with him. He's always got something bright and flashy. He's always keeping his fans on their toes with what's he going to wear next. But if he wins that coveted green jacket, I almost wonder if he'll tone down those colors and color coordinate as well as he normally does.
Or maybe he'll tone up and make it a neon or electric green jacket. That'll be cool. Let's step it up into 2016.
There you go.
Make it hip and exciting. And the last golfer on our list is Mr. Dustin Johnson. Had some trouble a few years ago with some issues going on, had to step away from the game, but really has come back to the game and has played solidly. So he's going to look to really step himself up and to see if he can pull off and win the green jacket. Masters tournament starting today. You can look at your highlights on your local listings to find out all the good stuff. And look, the Masters is here. So the Masters and oh, I forgot one person we have to mention. The lefty, Phil Mickelson. He's the old guy of the group, but he could still possibly win. That's a shout out to my roommate, Stu. I got your back, man. I know you love that guy.
There you go.
That's right.
There you go.
Yeah, I got to hook him up. Loyalty it is. Good roommating is what it's called. Okay, we're going to move on to some NBA highlights, ladies and gentlemen. We've got the Los Angeles Clippers at the LA Lakers. Kobe's last away game against the Clippers. the rival, the team he has played the absolute most. There's Kobe hitting a shot. Ladies and gentlemen, he only made 2 more as he ended up with 6 points. Why are we showing you this game? Because, look, Kobe's leaving, and it's great. And I also like Chris Paul because those State Farm ads are funny. Look, LA gets blown out 103-81, but Chris Paul led the way with 25 points, 8 assists. Jeff Green, a trade acquisition, 21 points. That's really going to come through. Kobe and Chris Paul giving each other dap. Chris is saying, I love playing against you, old man. Now go ice up.
There you go. And Kobe will do just that and probably be on the bench for a while with ice all over his entire body.
Oh, yes. Kobe's going to need a whole bunch of ice. Okay, moving on to Major League Baseball. Got a rematch again of last year's World Series championship. Oh, no. Minnesota. Okay, this is the game I forgot to mention, and this is the big game. Okay.
How could you have forgotten this game?
I know. I was just so excited because I'm secretly a Mets fan. So, Steph Curry doing what Steph Curry does. The up and under Mr. Andrew Wiggins as he blows by Karl Anthony Towns and makes this game close. 103, Karl Anthony Towns driving to the lane, gets the foul on Curry, who looks like his feet were outside the little circle, defender circle, yes, but they give Karl Anthony Towns the foul anyway with the free throw to potentially tie it at 106 with 1 minute and 9 seconds left. Kimbrey, what's happening to the Golden State Warriors?
Apparently, they have hit a plateau recently, and this is their second home game that they've lost.
Yes.
But you've got kind of an affection for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
The Minnesota Timberwolves, in my opinion, as we say back home, they're going to be nice, ladies and gentlemen. Minnesota Timberwolves are going to be nice. These young men are good. Karl Anthony Towns, hands down, the Rookie of the Year. Andrew Wiggins came back, like you said, he looks even more like a man than he did last season.
Yes.
They got Zach LaVine, they got Ricky Rubio, they got the old man, Kevin Garnett, telling them how to be pros and how to make it happen. Look, Flip Saunders is a good coach, and he's telling them, look, you young gentlemen need to pull it out, and they sure did. 124-117, giving Golden State the loss at home. Only 2 losses at home for Golden State. That means they have to win the remaining games in order to beat the Bulls' record of 72 wins. In order to get to 73-9, they have to win all 4 of their games. And you said it, they hit a wall. Draymond Green was speaking about, hey, we're kind of bored with the season. We want the regular season to be over so we can get into the playoffs. You don't want to end the regular season like this.
No.
Not at all. That's not the way you pull it out. You need to really make it happen. So, now we're going to get on to baseball news. Yes, my New York Mets, who lost in the World Series last year after I thought they were going to win. Actually, they got swept out of the building and the stadium. It was kind of upsetting.
It was a very, very big sweep.
Yes,
But
it was. But now
certainly
they get a chance to get something back. Those are the rings that you want. The Kansas City Royals getting their rings in this game. And you thought they would have the mojo and they would make it happen. But that was not the case, ladies and gentlemen, as Mr. Walker goes 2 for 1 with a 2-run home run right there to give the Mets the lead. And you know what? That's all they needed, ladies and gentlemen. That is all they needed, because the man on the bump for the Mets, Mr. Syndergaard, held it down. Curtis Granderson with a nice little hit, but there's good defense coming through. That's how you call off one another so you don't have those collisions that end up on blooper reels.
Yeah, sure. And blooper reel collisions are one of my favorite parts of baseball, but you don't want them. Teams don't want them. Fans don't want them.
No.
Let's prevent them.
Exactly. Let's prevent them, because only you can prevent injury from bloopers, ladies and gentlemen. Only you can do that, or maybe the players themselves, if they help each other out. But like I was saying, Noel Syndergaard came through, pitched strong like he does. Mr. Familia had the save, and the Mets win 2-0 over the Kansas City Royals. Take that, Maynard Cowan. Take that. That's how we do it. Okay, we're coming back with our Players of the Week, our primetime players in our Players Club here on the U Sports Report.